Hi Panthers, your list this week is SA3. Take a moment to look over your list and do your best to sort your words. I'm going to tell you that your words can be separated into two categories. So I want you to look over them and try your best to figure out what the two categories could be. Remember to pause the video so that you can take time to figure out your sort. Okay, so you might have seen that on your list this week that you could have either just added an S to some of the words, or you could add an ES in order to make these words plural. So plural, this word right here, means more than one. So when we talk about plural nouns in our grammar guru, that's what we're looking for, more than one. And the thing is it all depends on the last letter in a noun or the last two letters. If the noun ends in a CH or SH or an S or an SS or an X or a Z, then you add an ES to the noun. So here's an example. 1 ostrich, 2 ostriches. You also have nouns that just end in other letters, and for those you just typically add an S to them. So 1 bug ending in a G, 2 bugs, you just add an S. Here is a little practice that you can try on for yourself. So in this column right here we have the singular noun. So we're just talking about 1 penny, 1 scarf, 1 dish. And then you can do your best to look over this to see, well, which one would be correct. Now there's a couple of rules that aren't on our spelling list this week, but it wouldn't hurt us to go ahead and practice. So for instance, when a noun ends in a Y, if there is a consonant that comes before the Y, then you change the Y to an I and add ES. So here is a consonant, so you would change the Y to an I and add ES. An example would be right here, penny. So Penny. This is a consonant, the N. So that tells me I need to change the Y to an I and add ES. So this would be the correct answer for number 1. All right. There's another rule also that talks about when you are changing plural nouns. And sometimes that means that if the noun ends in an F, you have a special rule that goes with that. So if nouns end in F or FE, you're going to change the F to a V and add ES. So for instance, for the noun scarf, CARF, to make it more than one, you would say CARVES, the scarves. So this would be the correct answer for number 2. Okay, for homework tonight on a piece of paper, I want you to practice making these nouns into plural nouns. And I want you to do it for number 1 here, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, and number 7. Now, if you want to do bonus, you can do all the other words in between. But since those aren't our rules for our nouns this week, I'm not going to make you do them. But you could answer on a piece of paper. I'll show you on the next slide here what it could look like. So, let me pause. Okay, for homework, you could just take out a piece of paper, you could draw a T-chart, you could put number 1 down. For your singular noun, you could write the word dish right here in this column, and then to make this into a plural noun, you could do dishes. All right, dishes. There you go. Another option for homework is you could take your list of words and you could separate all of your plural nouns into this category right here. So you could do this to help yourself remember that when a noun ends in an SH or a CH or an X or an S or an SS, that you need to add an ES to these nouns. So you could write these words in this column. So you could either do this option or you could do the one before where you're just finding the few words that are in that list to review plural nouns.